Hello chat. I am revealing some new cards today. Just going to get started with it right away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to first show the 5 cards that I got to reveal. Then we'll reveal the other cards that have also already been shown. Crip has shown some Mac cards that will go with my package. I think Mr. Fruit has just released 5 dually cards. So we'll look at everything that's available, and then afterwards we'll look at the season video to see if we can deduce anything that might or might not be happening. And that is the Frost Totem. I am just going to pretend that this is the first time you're seeing it, because I know that some cards have been shown in the video and some haven't. This is a bronze item. It starts at bronze. It's a medium relic, 8-second cooldown. Freeze 1 item for 1 second. Yeah, that's not great on an 8-second cooldown. That's not gonna get a whole lot done, but this is a quest item. So I'm gonna do my best to explain what quest is for the people that don't already know. So this line right here has a lock next to it. So when you use another relic, charge this 0 seconds. I think that means 1. I'm not sure. This is how I was sent these items. This should be a 1. I'm pretty sure. I'd be very surprised if it's more than a 1, because then it would probably be broken. So let's assume we use another relic, charge this 1 second. And then this says buy 10 freeze items, so 0 out of 10, and then the lock behind it. If you complete this, if you buy 10 freeze item, this line of text gets unlocked. So after buying 10 freeze items, every time you use another relic, this gets charged by 1 second. The second one is buy 20 relics. And this has a sword icon next to it, and that means multicast. So after you buy 10 freeze items and after you buy 20 relics, you can do either one, doesn't matter which one you do first. They will unlock individually. It will charge and it will have multicast, so it will go off twice. And that multicast is important because just like in the Crip video, we have seen that a lot of relics get charged by using other relics, I think. Has Crip shown those cards? He actually has not. No, he has not. Okay, never mind. I take it back. It has to see. Yeah, so this can happen in the stash. If you keep this in the stash, it'll work. So a lot of the time, you pick up these items, and then you just hold them in your stash until they're active, and then you play them. So that's the first one. Second one is the life conduit. And yeah, an important thing here is that there is an icon for regeneration now. Finally, after all this time, we can see how much this regens. It is also a medium relic, starts at bronze. Yes, questing is a new mechanic. It has a 5-second cooldown, gain 2 regeneration for the fight. When you regen, this gains 2 regen for the fight. That is the locked condition. But after you buy 10 regen items, which should be really easy to do, Mac has a ton of those, this unlocks, and yeah, then it has this line of text and this line of text. So when you read the regen, this gains 2 regen. That works on itself, but also any other regen items that you have. So there is like the multicast, quill, and ink. If you use that, it regens twice. That would give the life conduit immediately 4 regen because of the multicast. Injector, sure, there's a ton of them. Yeah, with injector, it would go really fast. So another condition is have 100+ regen on this. And if you do this once, it will be unlocked forever. It doesn't matter if it's outside of combat, in combat. As soon as this has 100+ regen once, it will gain multicast. And that seems pretty good. It just means gain 4 regen for the fight, or, you know, whatever it is when it's upgraded. I think the multicast mostly matters for stuff like the Frost Totem, for other relics that get charged when you use another relic. I think that's the most important part here. The multicast relics will just make your other charging relics go faster. So I have 3 more, but let's show this one first. This is Sands of Time. This one is similar to the Frost one, because this one says slow 1 item for 1 second. 8 seconds, starts at bronze. But when you use another relic, charge this 0 seconds. This is the exact same text as the Frost one, except it slows. So if you have like a bunch of relics that multicast, and they charge the Sands of Time and the Frost Potion, they will basically go down to like, 1 or 2 seconds. I think that's kind of like Disneyland. It's going to take a lot to actually make that happen, but it is entirely possible that your board will just go instant. Of course, startup time is a thing, and that's usually max weakness, where you can create a really neat little chain where everything happens all at once, but it needs to go fast, and that doesn't always happen. When I upgrade it, I don't know what it does when it's upgraded. I have no idea. I don't know. I just get sent the bronze version. I don't know what enchants do. I don't know what it does upgraded. So when you buy 10 slow items, it unlocks this. When you buy 20 relics, it gets multicast. So very similar to the Frost one. I think these are pretty strong. And then we have this one, the Makroscope. Small, starts at silver. Slow one item for 1 second on a 7-second cooldown. And it's not a relic, but it says if you have another relic, quest, or enchanted item, this has +1 multicast for each. So if you're building a relic type board, this will probably have like 4 or 5 multicast, I would assume. Femur return, it's possible. Femur is also a relic, yeah. So like this, and the big femur, that could easily be a thing, yeah. Diamond is charged for. I don't know if the quest upgrade the charge. I don't know. It's a good question. I don't think so. I think this will stay at 1. I think the quest probably stays the same. Will this make the Corvid thing that charges on relic use viable? I think so, actually. I think so. The Corvid one, that seems a lot better now. I have one more card that I teased at, and it's probably my favorite one in this bunch. It's all the way at the beginning here. This is the blank slate. Medium relic, starts at bronze, 7 seconds, do nothing. The only part I showed as a teaser was the do nothing, of course. So funny, man. It's so hilarious. So this item cooldown is reduced by 1 second for each other relic or quest item. This could easily be a 1 second cooldown item. And after you gain regen 50 times, it starts regenning. After you poison 50 times, it gains poison. Burn 50, it gains burn. So slow and freeze as well. If you do these quests, it will unlock that line of text. So I have the numbers. Shout out to Toby, who answered all of my questions. The scaling on this is 2, 4, 6, 8 for the regen, poison, and burn. The slow is 1 second, and the freeze is 0.5 seconds. Now, the reason I'm doing the reveal on stream like this is because originally I made a video. I made like a 20-minute video reviewing everything, going over everything. And then it was, oh, it's 0.5 to freeze, not 1.5. After going over everything, it turned out they already revealed a bunch of cards in the video. Other creators had released other cards with context. Plus, some of these cards will likely get changed before their release. So the values might be different. Even this text might be different. That's why I'm here doing it now. How do I feel about these cards? I honestly think they look pretty good. I assume that you needed these on the board to actually get them to be active. That's not the case. You can just hold them back and then play them whenever they're active. And especially Blank Slate seems really good. I wonder if the art will change if you complete the quest. That's what I thought too, but I don't think so. It would be really cool if like every single rock, every single slab would change depending on what you do. That would be sick, but I doubt that's gonna happen. So those are my cards. I think they're good. I love the new quest mechanic. They remind me of Rune Tower Champions leveling up. Continuing, let's go over some of Crip's cards. These are posted on the Discord in the Bazaar updates channel, mostly by T-Rocks, but also by me, T-Rocks. So this is the first one, revealed by Crip. Big shout out to Crip. Eternal Torch. 5 seconds, burn 2. When you burn, this gains 2 burn for the fight. So this is literally like the regen one that I had, where instead of gaining regen, this burns. I think this one is pretty strong, actually. Okay, so I like this card a lot. It is a relic, which, you know, matters less for this one than it probably does on the other ones. But if you have an actual burn build, like with candles and a bunch of smalls, this is an awesome item. This is really cool. It reminds me of some of Jules' items, where it's like every time you burn, this gains burn. This is similar, but I think this makes much more sense with the quest mechanic. Because then it's like, you could kind of make it like an actual good item. Because I think the Jules item that gains burn gets like an 11-second cooldown or something. This is 5 seconds, but it starts weak and then gets strong. So I'm very excited to play with this one, especially. Then there is the Tomb of the Ancient, which is my background but blurred. So this is a large relic property. Gain 5 regen for the fight. This has +1 multicast for each other relic you have. I don't know how good this is. Like, just a regen is bad. And then if you complete 2 other quests on other items, it gains poison, and then complete 4 quests, it gains the freeze. One of the items that I have is this one, of course, the blank slate. And I think that these count as individual quests. So you could have this item, and then you can start completing these one by one. And that should be 1 quest completed. So you do 4 of these, and then you get the freeze. I don't know about the values on this, but this doesn't look super strong to me. But the payoff could be insane if you're playing a relic build, because this is also a relic. And this item, this one, for example, the Frost Totem, gets charged every time you use a relic. So if you have this, and then like maybe a bunch of small relics as well, that goes pretty fast. Mac is on some nonsense. Yeah, these cards look strong, but I talked to Toby, and he said they were not super good. So they might even get buffed. That's what I mean. Like, it's really hard to rate cards in the Bazaar because everything is so contextual. But we'll see. To me, they look good. I think just like I'm rating it more on how they would look in a board rather than numbers, because it's entirely possible that the numbers are just too low. But as items, I think they're good. And I love the new quest mechanic. So, Soulstone is a small relic. Gain 3 regen for the fight, buy 15 poison or burn, buy 15 slow or freeze. And then, this one poisons or burns. This one looks pretty weak to me because it's 7-second cooldown. I don't know. I'm not super sold on this, but it is a small relic. So if you're just looking to like stack more effects, like do more freezing, poison burning, maybe it's good. It really looks like the power from relics really is that they're not just a burn build, they're not just a freeze build, they're literally all of them. So it's like a rainbow build almost. Relics are just like the rainbow. It's like a rainbow pot. It just does all the status effects, and it doesn't do like one way more than the other. It just does like all of them at the same time and hope it kills you through that. And then we have the Idol of Decay, poison 2. When you poison, this gains 2 poison for the fight. Buy 10 poison items. Have 100+ poison for the multicast. This one looks weaker to me than this, the Eternal Torch, because burn is just better, right? Burn is just a better stat to give currently, unless there is better poison payoff. You can already see the difference because your items require you to buy 10 items, while Crips require you to buy 15. Yeah, that's true, but it is a small. So, like, these one are pretty different, I think. It's also, like, buy 10 poison items, but also have 100+ poison on this. How the hell do you do that, bro? How do you get 100+ poison on this? That's actually crazy. Yeah, it's so specific. It's also an entirely new mechanic. And the next one is charge an adjacent relic 1 second. If you have a quest item, reduce this item's cooldown by 50%. This one looks very good to me. But again, it's not a relic itself. So you make your other relics go faster on a 3-second cooldown. I guess it depends on what this does at gold and diamond. If that charges for 2 or 3 seconds, then suddenly it's a very real item, right? I do think this will be played, because especially next to this, the Tomb of the Ancient, this would get its cooldown 3 seconds faster. This is just like the Mac thing in general, right? Where his cooldowns are very long, but he makes it somewhat possible to create all these chains, rather. Very interesting. I like the items a lot. I'm hyped to play with them. I'm not sure how to feel about them currently. They look really hard to use. And then lastly, we have Mr. Fruit's release with the Dinos. This is Tanky Anky. 6 seconds, large friend dinosaur weapon on a 6-second cooldown. Deal 50 damage. Enemy weapons have minus 25 damage. When one of your dinosaurs deals damage, gain that much shield. Like, how do you even begin to rate this? This must be like an insane mid-game item. Like, it doesn't do anything late game, but if you get this early, it just freely wins you a lot of games because it has the minus 25 damage and it gives you shielding. I should have unlocked Dooley solely for these items. Whoever thought of making Dooley like the primordial dinosaur guy needs a raise. This looks good if you get it early. Then we have the Dino Saddle, medium property relic. Starts at gold. 6 seconds, shield 30. If you... Oh, wait. Your vehicles have +1 multicast. If you have a dinosaur, this is a vehicle. This is really weird. Yeah, the only thing I can think of right now is thrusters. Thrusters potentially make this really good. Multicast tuttle. Yeah, you can... Yeah, +1 turtle. No, you're right. It's kind of awkward, though, because it's not a friend, so it just does nothing just to give him multicast. This seems really specific. I don't know how to feel about this one. Race car will pay off, sure. Yeah, race car. Wait, race car might actually be pretty good in this build because we saw the core, right? The core already got revealed. Oh yeah. Yeah, because it's this. The primal core, deal 50 damage. Your dinosaur and relic weapons gain 30 damage for the fight. Adjacent items are relics. When you use another dinosaur or relic charges 1 second. That could actually be pretty good. Combat core is also a vehicle, yeah. Yeah, those are the big ones. Interesting. Looks like this looks like a typical dually item where 90% of the time you don't even look at it, and then in the 10% it's like, oh, this breaks it. I hope all heroes will get some quest items. I think it's very likely. I think it's extremely likely that they will. Yeah, it's such a nice mechanic. I'm 99% sure that this is not something unique to Mac. That would be very strange, because early on, I don't know which video this was exactly and when it was said, but it's from the Balloon Bot and the Angry Balloon Bot. That was supposed to be a quest item originally, but they didn't have the tech back then. I think. I'm not working on this game. That is my interpretation of it. The Balloon Bot was supposed to be like a quest item, and then when you complete the quest, it turns into an Angry Balloon Bot. Now the tech is here, and based on that, I think it's not going to stick with just Mac having quest items. But we'll see. Just guessing here. Small tool relic, burn 3 for each relic or tool you have. This item's cooldown is increased by 1 second for each tech item you have. Flint and steel. They're supposed to combine? Okay, maybe I'm just misremembering then. Sure, that could be it too. Yeah, so combining, actually that's interesting. Combining is hilarious because that would actually make so much sense as a new mechanic for duels because you're combining ingredients. Hold on. Maybe that's it. Yeah, you can't play this with the core, right? Because the core is always a tool. Oh, this one isn't. Oh, this one isn't. No, this one isn't. The other ones are. Increased by 1 sec for each tech I may have is so funny. Does that mean it's just actually like super good? And they had to put this on, otherwise it will be too broken or something? Small tool, well, I have no idea how to write this. Burning 3 for each on a 5-second cooldown. I'm assuming it goes like the vent, where it goes 3, 6, 9, 12. Burning 12 for each relic or tool you have in the late game. It's going to be like a burn 50 or something on a 5-second cooldown. Not sure. Trollosaur. Medium dragon dinosaur friend. Starts at silver. Deals 10, burns 1. What the hell? Deal 10 damage, burn equal to 10% of his item's damage. It's like, it's got the fiery enchant, but not really. The first time you fall below half health, destroy a small item. There's a mosquito in my room. When you destroy an item during combat, this permanently gains 10 damage. 10 damage. It gets 10 damage? That's nothing. I like the new destroy item, yeah. The little heart. What is it? Is it a heart? It's not a heart. It's not a broken heart. Like a shield being broken. That looks nice. I like that. Yeah, Hacksaw. Hacksaw synergy. Honestly, this is a pretty good card, I think. This is a pretty good card. It doesn't do any damage, but it's like game-long scaling. It starts at silver, and it will absolutely win you some games. No, I think this is pretty good. Oh, it destroys your items too, though. Destroy a small item. So it could destroy your... It's like random. It's like on either board. It's their board or your board. I don't know. Hacksaw looks better. Yeah, but Hacksaw starts at gold. This starts at silver. You need to combine this with other dinos, yeah. That's the only way for it to get damage. Dino Disguise. Medium Dinosaur Relic Apparel. 8 seconds. Adjacent items are dinosaurs. This has +1 multicast for each other relic or dinosaur you have. The multicast makes it really interesting, as well as the adjacent items are dinosaurs. Does that matter? Adjacent items are dinosaurs. The Momosaur and the Dianosaur. It says your dinos get 10 damage, right? Not switch shield core. That's 8 seconds, though. But you can't turn your core into a dino. Oh man, these items are so specific, and we haven't seen all of them yet. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know. It's so hard to rate, man. All I can say is I hate Dooley, but the one redeeming thing that Dooley has is dinos. So I'm pretty excited for this. I like carts with guys on them, with creatures. That's with creatures, with friends. You know, and it's like I can play, you know, a gun. I can play a gun card. I can play double barrel, but that doesn't look as cool as just a little fella on a card. You know, just a little guy. I like when they're little creatures. That's what I mean when I say guy. So the final thing I would like to do is look at the trailer one more time and see if we can deduce what the season is going to look like, because it's going to be a lot more than we think. So this is all like, this is the flavor. Nothing's happening here, kind of like lore.
We know so little about the Outlands.
So let's look at this.
What else could be down there?
And perhaps no Outland holds more mysteries than the Green Heart.
Primal. I love these themed seasons so much, and I'll go into why more later.
And dark. No Bazarian has ever explored its depths.
My Pog face.
Until.
So this is the Temple Expedition. Explore the Green Heart's mysterious jungle temple, and it's on day 9. So what will probably happen is we're gonna have seasonal mechanics like this, where at certain points, something in the game happens. And I compare this to Hearthstone Battlegrounds. In Hearthstone Battlegrounds, I don't think they do it in a great way. Like, Hearthstone Battlegrounds is a pretty good game, but like, their seasonal mechanics are like, when the game starts, there is a modifier for everyone. It's like, oh, you get you get a diamond card at the start of the game, if I'm translating it to Bazaar terms. Or you get a quest that you have to complete, right? It's like stuff like that. And I think that's what this is going to be. This is going to be like a seasonal mechanic where something happens if you go here. And that seasonal mechanic ties into the theme, which in this case is like the Aztec jungle theme. This is a Temple Expedition, and it kind of looks like, you know, when you click here, stuff starts happening. Right, so you click here, and then you get this, and I have no idea what these are.
Legends of the powerful relics draw adventurers from every corner of the Bazaar. But eyes watch from every shadow.
Do nothing, there it is.
And few of them will be friendly.
So, and these 3 are new encounters, new monster encounters. And it's on day 9 as well. I don't know how much that matters. Maybe in the future we'll have season mechanic rotation. Yeah, I don't know how in-depth or expanded this seasonal mechanic is going to be. Maybe it's just like an encounter you get once, right? And that's a seasonal mechanic. But I still think that's super cool. I still think that works, because if there's like new items there, or like Bazaar's the kind of game where if a side path or whatever you want to call it offers a single unique item, I think later on we could see like an encounter that has like a lockbox and multiple caltrops. If it's something like that, and suddenly like a Vanessa can get a caltrops or a Dooley can get a caltrops, that's already enough to just change an entire season, right? So yeah, if these have new items, that's already a really big change.
Are not yours. They will not serve you.
It's not confirmed to be a seasonal mechanic. That's just what it looks like to me. You think it's intended to be permanent? That's I don't know. Like, that's the thing. I don't know. It looks like a seasonal mechanic to me. It is a new system that they're adding, and because it's called Jungle Expedition, it seems very like aimed at what this season is currently going to be. And it's really easy for them just to be like, okay, now we're going into a new season. We're removing this encounter and adding something else in its place. Right? That's possible. Also, I want to point out that this is a new item here that we haven't seen. This looks like a snail. Also a new skill from this guy. I truly think that is the beauty of Bazaar. Every 4 or 5 weeks, we get a new season. And if they add a single encounter that has items that were not obtainable in PvE fights before, it changes everything. It literally changes everything. And that seems to be happening right here with this item and the skill.
Shall not plunder the green heart. Ancient ruins await discovery.
So this says, choose one of 3 legendary relics. So this could be another encounter or something, or, you know, you complete something to get this?
Not only for their treasures, but for the lost lore.
Yeah, we don't know what these do, but you can pick one of these. Yeah, this is happening at the end of day 9. Interesting.
Of those who came before.
It's what you get for finishing going through the temple expedition, essentially. Yeah, that makes sense to me. It does. That does make sense to me. So on the start of day 9, you enter the temple. You go through, I don't know, a fight. I don't know if the entire day is going to be the temple. It will be super sick if that is true, by the way. Purple color, I think that's lifesteal. This is lifesteal, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like, this is what I mean with, like, a seasonal mechanic. What if it is literally that? On day 9, the seasonal mechanic is, okay, instead of having just like a normal day, day 9 is entirely focused on being in this temple and completing fights, getting new items. That changes everything.
3 civilizations I have watched crumble. Will yours be the 4th?
However, not every explorer seeks wealth or glory. One is simply curious. And when he tampers with the circuits of time, his curiosity will get him in trouble.
I love the way these cards look. We haven't seen this one either.
While other heroes explore the ruins, our Roboid the Revolutionary finds himself in a time before they were built. A chance to make some new friends. And
so we've seen this.
Of course.
We've not seen this, right? We haven't seen this. This is the only one we haven't seen yet. So, Spirit Diffuser. At the start of each fight, enchant 1 non-enchanted item on each player's board for the fight. When an enemy uses an enchanted item, charge 1 enchanted item 2 seconds. Yeah, so I don't know. When do you get... Is that day 9 as well? Oh no, they just have it in the stash, so we have no idea where they got this. They got it before day 9, I think. That can backfire really hard, yeah, if you give like their main damage source shiny or something.
Much to learn from our history and from the histories before our history.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so hard to say.
The Foundation was here long before the Bazaar.
This looks like the kind of guy that would sell relics or Dino items.
We are not the first to settle it.
Man, it's just so sick, bro. Like a bunch of legendary items.
What wonders will you discover in the dark depths of
I don't like this skin. I don't know why. His head looks flat. Like, people say I have a 5 head. This guy's like a 1 head.
Green heart.
No forehead at all.
And will you be...
Okay, but this skin? This skin. This skin, though. Oh my god.
Worthy of their power.
This skin, too. The pig and Vanessa skinners are insane.
Komatz, keeper of lost worlds. And I will test.
Yeah, so what is this? This is the first hour of day 9. We have a Caltrops trap, blowgun trap, and a boulder trap. So this is the blowgun. The encounter is literally the blowgun. It's a fiery lockbox, and then it's just like all these guys. Was that a new animation, by the way? The poison dart. 8k health. 280 poison, 280 burn. Double boulder. Yeah, you better pray that you kill this before it goes off. Bro. This is so fun. This is so scripted. Like, they went into this run and be like, yeah, we need some footage for boulder. And then they go in with healing only and and a belt. Hey, let me pick the boulder. You know, what could go wrong? I have 0 shielding and no damage. The boards are so good, man. The boards are so good. Yeah, I don't know what this is either. These 3 things. The locks. insane. Insane. It's going to be so good. It's going to be such a banger season. I hope this becomes the norm, you know? But how likely is it that they can do something like this every 4 weeks? Probably defines the Emerald of the Temple. Yeah, that makes sense. So complicated? I don't think it's going to be that complicated, honestly. It's just like, okay, you're playing the game. Here you go. On day 9, you have like this unique day where every hour does something in this theme and you can pick up rewards because of it. That's my guess. That's my guess. So I hope that there are enough items so that it's not like, oh, okay, we're past day 9 now, so every single opponent I play against is going to have like exactly this relic because it's the best one. That's my only hope, but it's the first time they get something like this, and this makes me really, really hopeful for future seasons as well. It's so sick. It's so good. Maybe 2 months for one event. Yeah, we're going to find out very soon. I am a very big fan. Loving it.
Thinking outside the box, Zillion Victor, time bomb printer, 1, 2, meta shifter, not a quitter, fighting for